Shit you not, this is actually a real thing. I know a lot of people thought it was like a deep fake was up and that it was not real. But I shit you not, it actually is real. That Eamon Ryan, the man who is the only thing he's pretty much done in his career is he fell asleep in the doll a few times. Then the next thing he tried to do was try to imprison a few old people for burning a bit of turf. And then he hated all the farmers and he wanted to get rid of the farmers. And that's about it. Putting the carbon tax and starving Irish families, working class families with children, bringing them to school and stuff. Pretty much every week they're paying extra the fuel pub for his little indeeds. And not to mention then he destroyed the Green Party because the Green Party doesn't exist. But obviously then he ran away before the election because he knew what was coming from in the election. So only one of them exists now in Dáil and what could come, and God help us all too. But yeah, so he's the new European Union House and so like anybody else. But they really want people just to fall asleep. Are they really serious? And we're paying for this too because obviously Ireland contributes nearly the most to the European Union because we have the highest GDP, but our GDP in general is just smoke and mirrors. But we're paying a huge amount. We'll be paying his salary too. For this fellow to go and sit in Brussels to fall asleep. In fairness, if he's going to sleep anyway, he can sleep in Brussels and Davos. But he shouldn't have slept in the Irish Parliament. It's very important business in Ireland. He can sleep over in Brussels or Westminster, wherever he wants to sleep. But so we look forward to that because the only thing he's going to be doing is sleeping in the European Parliament and important decisions of Europeans. This is the man that's going to solve the problems in the European Union for housing. He wouldn't, and this is the man too who probably build a bicycle shed. That's what the idea would be. People who live in bicycle sheds because that's his idea, and you own nothing to be happy, of course. But yeah, of course, this is the next thing I'm going to say too is something else. Because obviously you have to travel back and forth from Brussels to Ireland. So the question is he going to walk from Ireland to England? Is he going to paddle or swim from Ireland to England and then walk all the way from, say, Liverpool to London and then over he goes on the ferry to Brussels or something like that? Because he's hardly going to take a plane, and him with the Green Party, about the environment and how dangerous the environment and all that, and we have to tax people to live in hell for the environment. But China and stuff, we're never going to talk about that. And then obviously he went to China for St. Patrick's Day, of course. There wasn't a word said about how much pollution China's causing. There wasn't a word from him and Ryan, but curiously there wasn't anything said. But yeah, to be totally honest, everybody thinks this is a joke. Let's be honest. We live in clown world. There's no way in hell Eamon Ryan should have any kind of job in any kind of government, to be totally honest. I wouldn't even put him in charge of a sweet shop, let alone the European Union house and so. And who knows how much money he's going to get paid. Probably be paid €500,000. Could be nearly €1,000,000 for him to do this. We don't know his salary. So I would love to see how much he's getting paid because he doesn't need the money. First of all, he doesn't need the money. As his money made, he doesn't need it. And nor does anybody. Only Europeans don't want them, to be totally honest. What if about the people in Brussels? He probably suit them because, let's be fair, backwards looking at EO sovereignty, he suited well with them. But anyway, let me know what you think. Subscribe for more and bye.